sitting in the dim glow of the theater, waiting for the advanced screening of Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey in 70mm. My expectations were sky high. As a film enthusiast trying to be more consistent with sharing my reviews, I wanted this to be a masterpiece. It turned out to be the most fun I've had in theaters so far this year, even if it wasn't entirely flawless. The lights faded, and the epic began. Early on, some of the star-studded ensemble cast felt more like marketing gimmicks than necessary additions. Tom Holland's Telemachus started off wooden, though his performance thankfully settled in as the story progressed. Zendaya's Athena lacked a significant speaking role to justify her presence, and Jon Bernthal essentially just played himself as Menelaus. Structurally, the editing occasionally made it difficult to track central plot points, like the timeline before the invasion of Troy. The dialogue also suffered from an identity crisis, awkwardly shifting between jarring modern colloquialisms and the poetic cadence I vastly preferred. Even Nolan's notorious sound mixing reared its head, occasionally swallowing the dialogue in a wave of noise, though it was still far more coherent than Oppenheimer. But once the film found its footing, those criticisms melted into the background. The action cinematography is easily Nolan's finest achievement, surpassing the dizzying, gritty realism of The Dark Knight or Inception. Instead, we were treated to wide, clear, and beautifully choreographed sequences. The violence was brutal but never gratuitous, transforming the film into a genuinely thrilling ride, especially after a pivotal, breathtaking sequence involving sheep. The cast's heavier hitters anchored the emotional weight of the journey. Matt Damon masterfully embodied Odysseus, capturing the flawed, brash, yet fiercely loyal spirit of the legendary commander. Anne Hathaway portrayed Penelope with a simmering, poised frustration, while Robert Pattinson's Antinous was wonderfully conniving and cowardly, channeling the malicious charm of Scar from The Lion King. Even the minor roles shone. Lupita Nyong'o brought intense presence to Helen, and Elliot Page delivered a remarkably strong, haunting performance as Sinan during the descent into Hades. By the time the house lights came up, I knew I had just witnessed a 4-star experience. While purists might debate the historical accuracy of the armor or the narrative omissions from Homer's epic, Nolan delivered a breathtaking blockbuster. It was an engrossing, terrifying, and ultimately poignant spectacle that reminded me exactly why we go to the movies.